We on. Good evening, y'all. Good evening. Welcome to God First Christ Gang Media News. Welcome to God First Christ Gang Media News. I'm your host, Brian Taylor Bridges. You all, welcome to God First Christ Gang Media News. You all, I want to come in and give you all an updated story that I done when I first started. You all, this was the story that I had done when I was trying to get off into my little podcast career, get off into my little video and do my own little station. This was one of my first stories, you all. Not the first story, but one of my first stories, you all, was about Kevin Ware, you all. And back then, when I had done this particular story, you all, I was doing this story in reference to athletes, you all. I was doing this particular story in reference to athletes and why does black athletes get to a certain age or a certain standard and then pick a white girl to be their girlfriends, you all. Like I said, this was one of the things that I had done earlier on, you all, and that was the particular conversation that I had, you all. Now, at this particular time, I had not known that Ware and Miss Taylor had been in a relationship, you all, only for 1 year, you all, from what I'm under the impression of, just by reading the information and so forth and so on. But before I really get off into this story, you all, I'm not sure if I gave the Pomaski, is her last name, Taylor Pomaski, you all, if I gave the parents of Miss Taylor my proper respect or condolences. So at this moment, I would like to do that. You know, I would sincerely like to apologize and not only apologize because, like I said, I didn't have a full understanding and I was just pretty much starting out and really trying to share some good information with you all. And I kind of want to elaborate pretty much on the same topic, but again, my condolences, my sincere condolences to the Pomaski family, you know, to parents, the father and mother of Miss Taylor Pomaski, you all. Like I said, before I get any deeper off into this, I'd like to read my copyright disclaimer under Title 17 U.S.C. Sections 107, allowances made for fair uses for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is permitted by the copyright statute and might otherwise be infringed. Non-profit, educational, and personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. It tips the balance in favor of fair use, you all. And like I said, when I particularly had done this story, like I said, my main thing that I want to talk about at this particular time was how black kids grow up, get all this money, so forth and so on, and then they choose to have white partners, you all. Mind you that this particular topic wasn't particularly about biracial relationships, but I thought it would be a good topic and something good to elaborate on, you all. Just only because of cultural differences, because of when things get in a bad or rough or rocky place. I mean, we was all raised differently, you all. So in bad times, you know, different people react differently, you all. But in this particular situation, Mr. Kevin had become way possessive, you all. He didn't want to let go of the relationship, and Miss Taylor was trying to let him go, you all. And like I said, I didn't have the full understanding of the whole structure of their relationship or how far it had come or how far it had gone. It was just, like I said, the fact that it was a racial relationship, a biracial couple with a lot of cultural differences, in background and how they was raised. And like I said, when a bad situation or a bad time come into play, then different people will react differently, you all. And like I said, in this particular situation, Miss Taylor was trying to break out of this particular relationship, and Mr. Ware had become very aggressive, you all. From what I understand, one of the times that he was arrested, he was doing 115 miles an hour, you all, and had some particular drugs in the car. Could have been cocaine, could have been muscle relaxers, you all, because in this particular career, playing football, you have a lot of pain that you go through. So later on, a lot of these athletes, they become addicted to pills, so forth and so on, you all. But like I said, my biggest concern was to pretty much elaborate on this, you all, because when it happened, like I said, it was a very sad and disturbing situation to me, you all, because Miss Taylor had been missing quite a while, you all. So he was in a situation where Mr. Ware had presumably hid the body, so forth and so on. He was not being cooperative at all with the helping and the finding of this particular Miss Taylor, you all. Like I said, it was a very sad and disturbing case because this man had a pretty good future. He had a pretty good shot at life, you all. And I don't know where he particularly went wrong, but like I said, my thing was the cultural differences when it comes time to break up, when it comes time to separate, not only in just this case, y'all, but in all cases, because it's been a lot of situations this year, you all, where these particular young ladies had been killed, so forth and so on, because these guys or certain individuals felt like they couldn't let them go, like they couldn't move on to the next relationship, you all. So like I said, it was a very sad situation, and Mr. Ware has finally been indicted, you all. And like I said, I'm sure that they won't be letting him out anytime soon, you all, because he had not only broken bond, but he had breaking this particular bond a few times, you all. And I'm sure that Mrs. Taylor family is fighting, doing all they can do to make sure that this guy really never gets back on the street, you all. Like I said, it's a very sad situation. And when I initially did this story, I had talked about, you all, about the experiences that I had in my life dealing with the same type of relationship, in my own household. And in this particular situation, my father had put me out, you all. He had jumped on me and beat me up pretty bad behind me having a biracial relationship, about me bringing a white girl home into my home, you all. Like I said, it was a very crazy thing. It was even hurtful and confusing to me as a child to actually go through something like this, but you all. But I was just saying, like I said, it's a big cultural difference, and also speaking to young kids, these young kids, they particularly be growing up, like I said, they going to urban schools and growing up in these urban communities, and then when they get to college, so forth and so on, then they feel like they want to be with somebody that don't look nothing like them, you all, and somebody that wasn't culturally raised the same as them, you all. Like I said, at the end of a relationship, then this plays a great key factor into any relationship, you all, especially when you have the support or don't have the proper support system. In this particular case, that I'm sure the Taylor family had forewarned her and told her how they particularly felt about this young man. But being the kind of heart that she had, she pretty much wanted to give Kevin a chance, to be in a proper relationship with her, and later on finding out what type of guy that he really was, you all. Like I said, and that go to show you, when you have cultural differences, when you are dating outside of your race, you all, like I said, not from a prejudice standpoint, because God is the creator of all things. If you love a person or particularly have feelings for any individual, and no matter race, creed, or color, then then this is something that a person that you should be with, you all. I don't believe in it myself. I could never have probably a white wife or Mexican wife, because I'm married, you all. Not only am I married, but then I would also want to marry a black woman, another black woman, had I not been married to the beautiful woman that I'm married to today, you all. And which I will be going on 13 years coming up in January, you all. So like I said, this is something that's very serious and dear to me, you all. I hadn't always been a good man. I hadn't always been a perfect man, I have also been learning to be a better person and to be a better husband, you all. I don't have all the answers to everything, you all. I'm just sharing with you from my life experiences, so that somebody out there could possibly learn something from the things that I had to share with you all. Like I said, I didn't want to tarry too long on this. It was just an update story, and I know to be out here in this broadcast world, the proper thing to do is to do an update on you all's story, you all. So, if you are out there, somebody just starting out like myself, because I'm still a rookie and pretty much enjoying this, you all. Like I said, a lot of these new type of cases and things that we be talking about and discussing, sometimes it can take a toll on you all, because there's some very sad stories out there when it comes to crime and violence and things that's currently happening in our nation and country right now, you all. Like I said, it's very sad, but I just wanted to come on here and, like I said, give a proper condolences to the family of Miss Taylor, you all, and let them know that we're gonna keep your family in prayer. Prayer is for everybody, you all. So that we should share and help strengthen each other in these prayers, you all. When I say this was just an update story. I don't know if they had let Mr. Ware out again after that, because like I said, they had found the body like in December, you all. And this was like a few months after she had come up missing, you all. And she was, mind you, she was last seen at a party that she had thrown, that she had particularly thrown, possibly a birthday party or some type of party that she threw for some kind of friend and family gathering, and this was the particular last place that she was seen. Now, mind you, he might come along with some type of jealous spirit, and one thing led to another. But like I said, it's very sad. For the both of them, because we not only lost one life, but we losing two people as well. two people, the victim and the victimizer. The person who had done a horrible thing to her, as well as Miss Taylor herself, you all. So, like I said, it was just an update story, and I want to come on and touch on it for a brief moment and kind of elaborate on the different, the different backlash you may get or receive when being in biracial relationships, you all. Like I said, it was always my clear and cut, opinion, you all, that these kids, should pretty much stay in their own lane and marry and date inside their own race, you all. Like I said, I didn't want to be on here too long about it. It just was a particular update and kind of a celebration, you all, for myself, also because I had just come to be aware that I have just made over 100 videos, you all. Yep, I said it. I have just made over 100 videos. If I die tomorrow, at least my kids and so many other people will have something positive to look back on, and in spite that I may have joined the fight, a good fight, you all. So, and that's all I want to share with you all. And happy blessed Sabbath day. Happy Saturday, you all. By the grace of God, we're gonna wake up tomorrow and have a good Sunday, you all. I didn't want to. That's all I wanted to come on here and really say, you all. Enjoy you all's weekend and stay safe out there. God first, Christ gang. We out. Peace. Later. Thank you. Cut this one off. Good night, y'all.